Hi, this is Daniel Lee, author of Anatomy of Want. I'll be reading a few poems for you. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for Mark Bennett. After the mats had been glazed with Clorox like a pastry, the delayed giggle escaped my throat long after you'd said, "It's only gay if you look into each other's eyes." We'd been training for several months, building my vocabulary of chokes, holds, passes, crushes, each one a more nuanced entanglement of sweat, limbs, and defiance. Demos necessitating bare torsos to be pasted together like a Martha Stewart craft project maintained an air of instruction, if not the musk of something more. A nifty surprise this body has been, no, with its limber and sleuthy strength. A yoga supple shoulder, nimble capoeira legs enlist those extra steps required to hear the taps that signify a submission. The first time I'd put you in the electric chair or the rack was kind of badass, you'd have to admit, I being such a novice. If you hadn't noticed though, rumbling is perfect for control queens. Yeah, I'm calling you a queen, but not because it is some test of will, triumph over another. Instead, the way we atone, finding the fun in being at each other's mercy. Vignettes after a breakup. 1. Long before the alarm, mornings require a reckoning. The gut is smooth and empty. The previous day's resilience pours out on the mattress. The sunlight makes explicit such matters leave no stain. 2. Breakfast is a minefield where one must avoid cinnamon. The undetonated flavor haunting bowls of yogurt and oatmeal. 3. There's a membrane at the northbound bus stop that staves off sobbing. Only no telling what song might pierce it. 4. As with aluminum cans, collecting distractions is a full-time occupation. Overtime not mandatory, but best to work to exhaustion. 5. A myth that sharks must keep moving lest they suffocate. They have known all along that sometimes motion is the sole thing to keep us from crashing. Unfit. There are teeth marks all over where you left my house shivering, a door chewed like leather or a familiar despair. I do not blame you for assailing me with tears as you left that 1 a.m. phone call, bleeding another man's voice, still ringing your heart. You knew what he was, is, not a rival, nor you one too. I'm sorry you think I could be your champion, ease you off a world without a lover or better days. Forgive me if you wish. Forgiving you hope I did not promise or wish to send you away in mourning when the sun resurrected. I am no mightier or wiser than wanting to save you near me. So mistake for weakness if you must. I cannot, with you loving, rescue you from you. Horoscope for Shane Lucas. Don't believe that the stars don't see how your booty demands that the seat of those Old Navy jeans hang on all them unlawful curves. No use pretending you don't understand how I could get off, or how I could get you off like a porno. Why, for a Leo, you're much too humble, not to mention that hot, conceited ass. Furnish. What are you doing here, boy, when there are men out there whose pockets are train rides to Tripoli, antique carpets in the souks of Marrakesh? You are like clockwork, fading hours beneath my hands, keeping me and my poverty's company. So why not have any of those architects of sonnets or prodigies of song willing to exonerate you from death? I, artless with verse, affording little in the visible world, have only this. If you have nothing, no house, no shadow, and I, no house and only a shadow, should I give you my shadow, make it your home? Making dinner for Mark Bradbury. Fingers untucked, mint leaves rolled into a stubby cigar. Your blade pensively sliced a chiffonade sprinkled over last night's tangine, and a smile a week later. It will take practice, one or both of us said, wondered, the cutting or the craving. And my last poem, apocryphal. Before the salt comes and melts another season, let's just lay down on this serenade of snow. You where only letters reach, and I a place with no post office. If this were a rehearsal for being together, perhaps the impressions of our bodies would appear less like smudges on winter's cheek and closer to a footprint, evidence of a doe, suggesting beyond speculation that we at least were. Thanks.